What is normal? In 1952, a U.S. Air Force doctor named Hugh Dryden faced an unexpected problem. The military had spent years designing cockpits for the average pilot. They measured thousands of airmen, height, arm length, chest size, leg length, and built aircraft around the average of every measurement. It seemed logical until pilots started crashing. At first, engineers blamed training. Then they blamed the aircraft. But one researcher, Gilbert S. Daniels, wondered if the problem wasn't the pilots, but the idea of average. So he compared over 4,000 pilots across 10 different body measurements: height, chest size, arm length, leg length, neck circumference. He asked a simple question: how many pilots were average on all 10 measurements? The answer? Zero. Not one. Out of more than 4,000 people, not a single pilot matched the average body the cockpit had been built for. The military had designed airplanes for someone who didn't exist. That story tells us something strange about the word normal. We often use normal and average as if they mean the same thing. They don't. In statistics, average is just a mathematical summary. If the average person has 1.9 children, that doesn't mean anyone actually has 1.9 children. It's simply the center of a set of numbers. Nature, however, doesn't produce averages. It produces variation. Take human height. Most people fall somewhere near the middle, creating what's called a normal distribution or bell curve. But the curve doesn't tell you what's right. It tells you what's common. Left-handed people make up only about 10% of the population. They're uncommon, not abnormal. Green eyes are rare worldwide, not abnormal. Perfect pitch is extraordinarily rare, still normal. Rarity isn't the same thing as abnormality, and common isn't always good. There was a time when smoking indoors was normal. Lead was used in household paint. Doctors performed surgery before understanding germs. History is full of things that were normal until they weren't. Even biology depends on variation. Without genetic differences, evolution would have almost nothing to work with. Every adaptation, from the wings of birds to the human brain, began because individuals weren't exactly the same. Difference isn't a flaw in nature. It's one of its greatest strengths. So, what is normal? If you mean most common, statistics has an answer. If you mean healthy, medicine has another. If you mean acceptable, culture decides and culture changes. The more closely you examine the word, the more it slips away. Maybe that's because normal isn't something you are. It's a description that changes depending on the question you're asking. The average pilot didn't exist, and maybe the average person doesn't either.